to read for Gemini now. Gemini sun, moon, and ascendant for the month of April. So in the native tradition, we see the Gemini as a deer. And the deer is a beautiful creature. All of us know them. They're gentle, they're sweet, they're beautiful. They roam in small groups for the most part. And if you do get lucky to see a herd of those beautiful deer, you certainly won't forget it. I got to see them once before at sundown, about 60 of them in a big field. Beautiful. And they're gentle, but they do like their own space. So when you consider the Gemini, same thing. They're fairly gentle. They do like their own space, but they do like to be around people. It just gives them a feeling of belonging, and I think that's really important to them. Deer can be a little skittish, though, a little afraid, and often they are prey to others who think they're smarter and stronger. So the Gemini does have to be mindful of, people who come into their life who think they know better and maybe directing them more than they should. The deer medicine is kind and loving and gentle for the most part, service-orientated, fairly good communicators. And, I think sun up and sundown are good points in time of the day where deer can kind of regroup and reorganize their thoughts, reset their day, that type of a thing, but they'd like to do it probably on their own. Deer is considered the most unconditional loving sign of all. So as a Gemini, I would say you love without a whole lot of judgment. And that's a nice part of you, for sure. Problems I think that Gemini has faced is maybe not finding the lover that is worthy of them. That's a good way to put it. And maybe you have given a little bit too much to someone, and right, maybe you've given a little bit too much to someone and they hurt you because they didn't give back, or their intentions were different, and maybe they didn't really have that passion or sacredness that you were seeking and hoping for. So Gemini, I think you might have a little bit of issues around love, issues around having a supportive lover. I think you're a person, though, like I said, unconditional love. I think you're, consistently willing to look at situations in relationships in order to fix them. So no matter whether you're a friend or whether you're in love, or whether it's your parent or your sibling or your kids, you're always concerned about communicating in the best way possible. Now, we are in a Mercury retrograde, so that Mercury retrograde energy is going to bring us into, mid-April. I'm feeling that we can make, mid-April we can make better decisions, is what I'm trying to say, because I think this particular week we're still dealing with some of the shadow vibration of Mercury retrograde. I think that this still interferes with Gemini's communication, because Gemini is Mercury ruled, and that is when Mercury does that, retrograde. I think it affects Virgos and Geminis quite a lot, to be honest with you. So I'm suggesting that you sort of coast in the first week of April, and then by mid-April you can make some better decisions, sign papers, that type of thing, okay? So in the meantime, just coast and investigate. If you're having trouble in conversation, just maybe take time out and come back in a couple of days, a week, something like that, and start over again. Overall, I do see a lot of Geminis, if you're in a relationship, enjoying that relationship. You got the 10 of Cups. That's a beautiful card. But there could be some of you Geminis I see sort of toting some difficulties, toting some drama from the past on with you. And maybe in some of you are pretending to be happier than you actually are. Some of you Geminis are toting some heartache from the past and pretending to be happier than you are. And that's not a terrible thing to do, because, act as if and it shall be. I'm sure some of you heard of that, Fake it till you make it. I'm sure you heard of that. I think that that's part of what some Gemini people will be going through. I also see some Geminis struggling with either drinking or toking too much, or with somebody else doing the same thing. Okay? So just be mindful of that. You can't run away from heartache. You got to face it right on. You got to face it right on. And if you're experiencing what I said about still, thinking about someone from the past, and you've already moved on into another relationship, you do know that you're in a rebound situation. That's what that's called. But I see some of you who have been in longer term relationships. I see you very good friends with them, and true loving experiences there. And for those of you that are single, April, I don't know, you just might not feel it right now. And it could be because of the Mercury retrograde, that energy. But by the time March comes along, you'll feel better. But if you're single and you're still toting the heartache of someone else, it's time to deal with it. Time to come to, counselors. The people like myself are there to help you. Take advantage of us, Okay? So as far as money goes, I think you'll have lots of opportunity to make money, Gemini. Maybe not as much as you want, but certainly it's in there. Yeah, you do need to shake it. And stop lying to yourself. Stop bullshitting yourself. That's the main thing. Especially around what you want. And I was saying this to Aries earlier. If you want something, you have to imagine it over and over in different angles, at different perspectives, because it will help you to do that. This is a difficult time for a lot of people. You're not the only one, Gemini. A lot of people are feeling it. So, you just gotta ride the wave. You gotta ride the wave. So, as far as health goes, though, for the Gemini, I think there's a fairly good chance you're feeling good, and you need to get out in that sun, do some exercise. I do see some kind, I don't know whether this is Tai Chi out there, or hiking, or fishing. What else am I seeing? Dancing outside, this type of thing. I think it would be really good for you to get involved with nature in some wonderful way. Get outside and get some sun in you. Okay? Otherwise, I think for the most part, Gemini is doing pretty good. I mean, there's always someone who's dealing with some health problems. And I do see something here with some of you who are dealing with health problems. If you do what the wise guys are telling you to do, I think you're going to get some really good results. So stick with it. All right? All right, that was for Gemini.